Hey, what's up? This is Brandon Simmons for brandonsimmons.biz, and this is my weekly video blog called Bullheaded, a review of the Houston Texans, as well as a preview of the upcoming game matchups. Well, what can I say about this week, man? As you will soon find out, this episode is going to be titled "The Hangover." Why? Because you had to be drunk as hell after watching that game on Sunday, man. And you know what? Let me just tell you how I kind of feel about it, just to get that off my chest. Um, Needless to say, we screwed that up. I feel like that was a blown chance way too early in the season. Here you had the Jacksonville Jaguars in your home stadium, a divisional punching bag, mind you, and you just let them blow you up like that, like 29-7. Come on, bro. That is not the wave right there. Like, come on, we got to do better than that. And yes, you can all point it to the O line, basically. Yeah, I mean, if we had a better O line that game, we probably would have got something better going out of offense. Yada yada yada. We wouldn't have Tom Savage benched, all that other crap. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, and thank God that it's over with now. Just wanted to address that since it's so early in the season, because this week we have a game coming up on tomorrow at the time that I'm filming this right now. We're going on the road to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And yes, while I wanted to get that game from Sunday off of my chest so bad, as I mentioned earlier, this episode is called The Hangover because I still feel like this is a freaking hangover from Sunday. I still feel like the fan base is going through a hangover. And it's not one of those regular hangovers where you can wake up, go get you some Gatorade, go get you a big ass breakfast burrito, an aspirin, and you'll be chilling by like 11 o'clock. No, 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 no. This is one of those hangovers where you even got tore up the night before. You have to be at work at like 7:30, 8 a.m. sharp. Walk into work still not even buzzed, still drunk from the night before. And you're trying your best not to throw up. So you're walking into work, go get you some coffee. You think that's helping. And next thing you know, bam, 7 players are out for this road game on tomorrow. And you're like, you're about to feel it. You're about to let off a little dry heave. You run to the bathroom, do a little spit up, only to find out one of the starting linebackers has been suspended for 10 freaking games for violating the PED, for violating the PED policy. So now you're just throwing up all over the damn toilet. So you try to, shake it off, go back to work. You feeling a little bit good. Kind of find out, your star lineman, who you pinpointed the O-line's troubles on from Sunday, still has not been paid yet. And the general manager is like, we're in no rush. We'll just let it happen. So now you're throwing up outside on the behind the dumpster somewhere. And so now you think you got it all out your system until you look around, you see that your rookie quarterback is going to make a start he's going to make his debut start on a road game on national TV. So now you're going back to your car and you're throwing up. Pretty much this could not have happened at a worse time for the Texans right now. I mean, just all these things happening simultaneously is like the worst domino effect of all time. I mean, let's go ahead and refer back to the cushion suspension. Like, yo, man, it's just I don't know what do you say to somebody that's like just caught up in that again? Like, don't do it no more. Like, obviously they've told him not to do it no more, and looks like he got caught with it again. So I'm waiting to see if this is something where it's one of those um, substance things that he didn't know he had to take or whatever. But obviously it doesn't seem like that's the case at all. So we'll see him in November, and if we see him in November, because the way things are going the way things are going so far, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him for the rest of the year. much less past this season in a Texans jersey. So good luck with that, man. What else, man? This Duane Brown situation, like, yo, like at first it was one of those things where it wasn't really that big of a deal. Like we figured, you know what, we'll pay Duane Brown. You know, maybe he's probably acting a little bit too stubborn. You know, he'll come down a little bit. You know, and we're good to go. You know, we got a decent quarterback. Our O line is okay. You know, we'll pull through, we'll push through or whatever. We can make it. Fast forward to week one. Man, they better roll in a Brinks truck with the Duane Brown's money. That JJ Watt got to take $10 million off that GoFundMe. Well, that last statement was from me. I was like, yo, JJ got to kick in like 10, 20 million off that GoFundMe and just give it to Duane Brown. Like this is ridiculous, man. So yeah, definitely. Yo, fans panicked, and rightfully so that they panicked. I mean, look, I personally, I want Deshaun Watson in there, but I wouldn't want him behind this O line. And I'm not a huge, I wasn't a huge fan of Tom Savage being put in there to start the season, but he looked competent to me. You know, believe. I mean, from what I saw in the preseason, he looked competent to go in and start this year off. So I wasn't entirely mad at the decision of like putting him in the game or having him start off week one. But I mean, what does it matter whether Deshaun Watson is starting or Tom Savage is starting if we can't get that O line together, especially that blind side? Now, granted, I'll say this. This is where I am in the train of thought. It was just one game, you know. I mean, Jacksonville, they've done this last year. They started off good. They put up a couple of plays, put up a couple of numbers, and you know, towards the end of the season, they just withered off to wherever. But I don't want to take that chance with us, you know, because they did add a couple more pieces in there. They've been doing a lot of work over there in Jacksonville. They brought Tom Coughlin back as like a consultant or whatever, VP of football operations, if you will. They got a new head coach. And apparently, I've been hearing all these analysts talk about this weird ass strategy of take the ball out of Blake Bortles' hands and something stupid. But obviously, it worked in that game on Sunday. Because, you know, I mean, Blake Bortles only had 125 passing yards, but yeah, he looked better than what the hell we had under center. And that's because what we had under center kept getting knocked down under the center because we had no line. So that's what it all goes back to. So a lot of people, so being that that situation happened for that particular reason, a lot of people are going to ride this whole get Duane Brown his money thing immediately. And rightfully so. I mean, to me, like just thinking about it for a couple days, I mean, it sounds like a knee jerk reaction, but I mean, at the same time, like, how can you, after watching, you know, week after watching week one, like, how can you argue that it's a knee jerk reaction? You know, people are pissed about it, and they don't have time to like just freaking get over it because tomorrow the Texans are going to be on the road on national TV, and we're not trying to get smashed on national TV as we have before a couple times, but we're not trying to have that happen no more. So hurry up, Rick Smith. If you watching this, hopefully you are, because I'm going to be putting all types of Google AdWord tags and this bullshit. Get that man his damn check so we can get the shit over with. Now, all right, I already touched on Cushion getting suspended and possibly not leaving the team. Deshaun Watson getting his first start. That's the biggest news. It could have been one of the biggest news items for the Texans for this week. And so, like I said, Tom Savage is not a trash quarterback. I don't believe. My whole thing about Tom Savage, I just felt like throughout his whole time here, he was injured for the most part. So he really could not show you what he actually had to offer. So I thought the preseason was really good for him. That he actually, you know, showed something, showed that he knew what he was doing in the offense a little bit. Of course, he didn't have like the mobility that, you know, Deshaun Watson had. You know, that's understood. I think those guys are like just two different types of quarterbacks, and that's fine. still think he had like a good arm or whatever. He was accurate when he could be, and so he just showed that he was better fit for the job. Tom Savage just showed he was better fit for the job as starting quarterback at the moment. So I rolled with it. Deshaun Watson wasn't bad. I just didn't think he was ready at the time. And to be honest with you, I wanted Deshaun Watson to start, but I mean, even going up against like second stringers or whatever, I didn't feel like he was just there yet. It seems like it's like he was grasping the offense, and not just grasping the offense, just grasping like some knowledgeable things about just being an NFL quarterback, like running and taking a slide, or even when you can't find an open receiver, just throwing to the checkdowns. I feel like he was kind of getting into that in a learning in a learning approach, and not just like something where it's just second nature or whatever. So I'll give him that. That's my kind of thing where I wasn't feeling like he was ready. But with all that said and done, he has no choice but to be ready now. Game starts in less than 24 hours, mind you. So he's just going to have to go up against a Cincinnati Bengals team that they were just horrible. I haven't seen the game personally, but the fact that they didn't even score a point on Sunday, and I don't even think Andy Dalton had that great of a game either. But we'll get to that in a moment. But anyway, yeah, Deshaun Watson getting the start. Um, it's kind of a bittersweet thing for me because like I said, I did want him to start, but I don't think this is the way I wanted him to start. And but I mean, because when you look at it, I guess I saw an article today. Well, I seen the title of an article that said you couldn't justify why Tom Savage was benched. And I didn't really click on it or read it or anything, but I just kind of thought back to it on my own. I was like, well, let me think. Like, all these people raising hell about the O line. I mean, could you really justify, you know, why he got benched or whatever with an O line if the O line was that bad? And I tweeted my homeboy. I was like, I actually not my homeboy, but I just like randomly tweeted like during the game. I was like, yo, don't put don't put Deshaun Watson behind this busted ass line, like for real. Because I mean, I don't like this dude was a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So even though yeah, he did good in the preseason, but there's still a lot of things that he has to be coached on. He has to learn or whatever. And so I mean, we all seen what happened with David Carr. Like me personally, I thought David Carr, was a good quarterback. You could argue or whatever if he was supposed to be taking number one overall, but I still thought he was a formidable quarterback. But I mean, when you get sacked 76 times, that changes your game. Like, screw that. That changes your mind frame on life. So I definitely didn't want. So I definitely was not a fan of Watson coming in behind a suspect line, and just having his confidence destroyed or whatever. So um, definitely, I even with the 3 or 4 short days of practice that they had coming into tomorrow's game, I just hope that they got all their protection issues fixed out. And it doesn't even have to be a line. It could probably be, they're going to have running backs chip in on blocks here and there, or they're just going to design plays where the running backs are, going out for flat passes. Maybe the routes are going to be quicker and things like that. So definitely we'll see. I'm praying to God that Deshaun Watson has a good game because, I mean, like I said, Texans traded up to get him, and so as high as they got him, that's putting you in the franchise quarterback territory right there. So you definitely want to, protect him at all costs as long as you can until this whole quarterback situation gets straightened out. Now, in case this is the first time you ever watching this episode, um, usually I go over just like notes throughout the week, and then I'll jump into a game plan for the Texans. So with the Texans, man, considering that the Bengals just got smashed on Sunday themselves, the Texans don't need to come up with a thorough game plan. The Texans just need to recycle whatever they were supposed to do on Sunday against Jacksonville and place that on Cincinnati. And pretty much just push the reset button. I mean, make sure your O line is fixed. Make sure the protection's worked out. But other than that, everything you was gonna do to Jacksonville, do it to Cincinnati. Even if you got to dig back into your game plan against Cincinnati last year, because I mean, you could not have played any worse than what you have played on Sunday. And the way I see it, if you would have balled out on Sunday, just came out with a win at home, then had to travel the next 3 or 4 days or whatever, then I'm I'm guessing you probably would have used a majority of the same, game plan or whatever. But definitely, what I'm trying to say is just press the reset button on your season right now and just come out renewed. Just come out fresh. I mean, look, man, it's Cincinnati. They've been going through their own, troubles the last couple of years, and so it doesn't look like they're going to get out of them anytime soon. I would say come out, just bust them in the mouth early and often. You got the running back committee to do it. Jalen Strong is supposed to be coming back in this game as well, so hopefully that'll be a great addition. Now I will say, and I haven't looked at the list off the top of my head, but there's going to be quite a few players out. About as I said before, 7 players out with injury. I think Alfred Blue is even out, and so it's just too many players, that are out. So I mean, Texans did sign some players from the practice squad, but basically, man, just come out with a renewed energy. Just still come out aggressive. Don't. Yeah, you're playing on the road, but don't. Do not let that get to you. Just come out and just attack the Bengals. Like attack them like you were supposed to attack Jacksonville on week 1. Like, do that. Just come out, attack, and just focus on winning the game. That's generic as hell. Still, it's 100% accurate. I mean, you just gotta come out and just prove to the fans that are not prove to your fan base, who obviously they won't be there to see it in person, but just prove to them you're willing to fight through the season no matter what's going on. I mean, a lot of the players have like fought through this, the whole Hurricane Harvey situation, by helping the city out, delivering food and supplies. Hell, just even helping their own families out, just getting through that. So, I mean, now that all of that is like kind of winding down, just get your minds back on football. Come out, beat the Bengals down like you can, and let's just get this win. Let's just finish the season out, man. So, but anyway, that's all I got for tonight, man. I'm Brandon Simmons for brandonsimmons.biz, and let's win this damn game. Shit.